Welcome to Jedioshi Warrior Trading, a center for cryptocurrency market analysis, trader training, and community. I'm your host, Ramboshi. Today we will be looking at the Bitcoin price chart, the larger picture structure and RSI indicator, an idea for what might be in play, and finally a gem, a fractal from today's price action that I think might just be an indication of what we can expect to see with Bitcoin in the near future. So let's dig in. Today is a mixed and relatively flat day in the cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin relatively unchanged on the day. Luna and Doge are up 10 and 20% respectively, but everything else seems to be continuing sideways in the ranging and correction patterns. As we look at the Bitcoin daily price chart, we will notice that the bears remain in control, as you can see below this line. However, while we've broken up on the RSI resistance line, with the back test, until we break above the price resistance line, for me, the bears remain in control. Some traders are waiting for a final capitulation wicker candle down, and for me that would signal an excellent opportunity to acquire some of our favorite positions. Will we get this dip? No one knows. But the warriors at Jedioshi are ready for anything. On the higher time frame, I wanted to take a look at the weekly chart and the RSI structure. We are seeing weakness in the RSI with the level having now fallen below 50. Let's take a look. Here we are on the higher time frame level. As you can see, we have what looks like a higher high on lower RSI. This is classic topping pattern for me, as we have seen recently in the daily price action from the May time frame. So again, bears are in control until bulls can take it from them. We're in a correction. One of the interesting price levels to look at is this weekly pivot here at about 43,000. Here we go. Right there. That'll be an interesting level. And do we need to test that again? Will we hold? Time will tell. We'll see. Now I want to shift attention back to the daily price chart and give an idea for what I think might be possible in structure. Let's take a look at this. You could draw a support line from this low, this higher low, and through this structure. You can notice again that we have higher high here and here on lower RSI. And again, even through this time period here, we had bulls in control up to here, lower RSI on the decline, a little bit of a fake out here, and a correction. Bulls regained control, took it up to 69K, a correction afterwards. Now we're even through this support line. So we have a higher high in play on lower RSI, and then a break of price support here in November, which signaled for me that the bears were in control. It was a market condition red. And since then we've been in corrective mode. For me, I could see from this point, or maybe a little bit deeper, maybe down to that 43 level, maybe down to even here. From that point, I expect the bulls to regain control and to move us back up in a corrective fashion, or corrective manner. So let's draw the fib. Let's draw it to this point down here. Let's say we do come down to 40 or 41. If I left it here on this wick, if the low is in locally, that's here. Let's draw it here on the 40. It doesn't really matter, but let's take that. What I could see happen is if we need a final capitulation dip or not, if we go up from here, I expect that we would move up in this manner, and I would see us kissing the bottom of this line. From there, let me draw a little bit better. From there, I could see a 618 test and down. And what I wanted to point out is it's at this point that for me and for my portfolio, I will be seeking protection from the bears. At this point, my risk reward, given the weekly RSI structure and given the weakness that I've seen in these moves up, I am not convinced that bulls are in control until I see strength in the charts. And one other point here is that this pattern could very well put in one of these. So what's interesting is you have a pretty large head and shoulders in play. Let me just take the RSI out. So let me take that out and that out. So for me, I could see a move back up here again on this fib to the 618 and a fall. At this point, we would, if this plays out, we would paint a giant head and shoulders pattern. If you look at the target level on that, and what you do on that is you take the top of the head down to the neckline, 35-ish%, and you redraw that from, I believe it's the breakout point here, 35-ish%. This would take us into the low 30s, 33. If that does indeed play out like that. Looks to me like a large head and shoulders pattern, which is usually found at tops. And a drop from that point down to 33. From there, I would expect another retrace, another move up by the bulls. So for me, I'm looking at this area as exciting for the bulls, and also this area as exciting. So again, the risk reward is not worth it to me, as I'm observing major market weakness, and until I'm convinced that bulls are in control on the most macro sense, meaning new all-time highs in play, I'm not willing to have exposure in this market. From this point, I would expect sellers to sell this rally and for this larger structure pattern to create itself. This is a head and shoulders, as we saw, and I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens out of this, obviously, as we move forward out of this area. And if this does play out and create a large head and shoulders, I would be looking to acquire very discounted positions down here at this level. Okay, finally, the gem of the chart I wanted to show you. Let's take a look. What is that gem? Let's see. Did you guys see Doge's price action today? Here we are. Doge had a breakout. Let me just adjust this real quick. I want to get this together. So we can go candle for candle. Here we go. Okay. Now, while the bears have sold off this pump, this was a 43% move. And as you can see, Doge has been correcting in a downtrend since late October. This morning, the bulls attempted to take this line, and we saw the price move 43% from low to high. And how a candle closes, as we know, is the most important part. But here we are now, having pierced through the line. We are also above the daily resistance line on the RSI, with some bullish indication at the bottom, which is what we like to see. A bullish RSI with a downtrending price. Bulls finally are able to pop this line. Subsequently, and this was earlier today, but we had a really big green candle. So again, let's look at this correction. We had our wick with Bitcoin. We trended sideways down, and then we've got this red candle right here. Is this? Is anyone else in Jedioshi seeing this? Because it's pretty fascinating. So check it out, guys. Are we going to get a green igniting candle soon in Bitcoin? Pretty exciting. So this structure, and what I wanted to do is show how I believe this could be a fractal for Bitcoin, at least for me in the coming days. But bears have sold off again, and since the prevailing wind direction is bearish, pumps get sold. Other examples recently are Akita, 10X, and many others. We've seen those runs with sell-offs. And simply put, until Bitcoin takes control, we are a ship anchored in the harbor. And until that anchor is lifted, we are not sailing off in the sunset. Well, okay, that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed this content and analysis. I hope it gave you some ideas that you can apply in your trading and development. And I hope you continue to tune in to Jedioshi and to please smash the likes and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell for updates for new videos and when we go live. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is intended to be financial advice. You need to take control of your trading and build and secure your own future. What is possible is up to you. Have a great day, and thanks again for tuning in.